Hi, my name is Teresa Jurgens. I am the author of the Innovation Process book, one of the books in the Innovation Process series, covering the Innovation Answer book, the Innovation Question book, also available in Spanish, this book, the Innovation Process book, and the Innovation Portfolio book. Today we're covering episode 9, which is still in part 1 of the Waterfall NPD processes, and we're covering the last half of chapter 5, implementation of Waterfall NPD, new product development. You can scan that QR code to access my YouTube channel, where you can capture episode 0 through this one, and stay tuned for future episodes as well. So let's continue in chapter 5. Risk in Waterfall NPD. Technical risk. Incremental innovation and next generation product development do not usually involve much technical risk. A few questions will arise to expand the product platform, but these are typically minor, building from existing technical solutions. Moreover, because the NPD teams possess great depth of knowledge in the product category, solving outstanding technical issues can be an advantage for the firm. Remember that a baseline approach to simple projects includes low technical uncertainty. Knowing how to solve a customer's problem greatly reduces technical risk in product development. People risk. Waterfall processes characteristically involve handoffs among functional team members as projects advance through the various stages. Changing team members is a medium risk that is also common at firms with high employee turnover. The staged and gated process offers structure, including project documentation, which helps to alleviate some of these issues inherent in revolving team members. Team maturity. Team maturity is usually higher in successful implementations of Waterfall NPD processes than other cases. Cohesiveness is a feature of teams that have worked together for long periods of time and are able to manage conflict well. High levels of technical experience result in lower levels of people risk in project management, especially when there are a number of handoffs among teams during the development cycle. An organization with a culture emphasizing quality and efficiency is also more successful with the disciplined nature of waterfall systems than an organization in which cultural values of independence and debate are the norm. Team trust. One of the most important elements for success in project execution is trust among team members. Trust is, of course, imperative to manage risk for innovation projects. Rosenfeld and his colleagues define two types of trust. Intellectual trust demonstrates team members and leaders innately understand that they have the skills and capabilities to accurately complete the required work. Emotional trust is established when individuals offer support for one another and demonstrate team behaviors over independence to ensure good outcomes for the organization. While emotional trust is required for risky projects, intellectual trust can be sufficient in waterfall product development. Because there is a need for depth of knowledge and there are handoffs between stages of work, uncertainties are somewhat reduced. Within a staged and gated process, management has built-in reviews through gate approvals that emphasize the quality and accuracy of work over risk-taking behaviors. The gate review process can allow innovation work to move forward without deep levels of trust among team members and senior management. However, building emotional trust among team members and leadership allows an organization to tackle more innovative products with an analyzer strategy. Team autonomy. With prescribed steps for design and development declared in the staged and gated process, NPD teams have little leeway to move outside boundaries and constraints of the system. Often in a waterfall process, teams are focused on specialized arenas within product development. For example, a team with expertise in scoping projects may work on the front-end engineering to construct a factory for the new product. At a later stage, the front-end engineering team will transition their work to a team with expertise in construction and startup. Likewise, marketing work will shift between gathering inbound market information and generating outbound market collateral as a new product advances through the staged and gated system. Prescriptive tasks within stages and team handoffs therefore support dependencies among innovation team members and functional departments. Because the requirements uncertainty and technical uncertainty are low for next generation new products and incremental innovations, NPD teams are not necessarily expected to pursue work that is highly exploratory in nature. Due to this focus, team autonomy may be less important for teams working in a waterfall environment than in other NPD processes. Organizational culture. Typically, all teams within an organization share cultural norms against and aligned with the corporate mission and vision. Let me read that again. Typically, all teams within an organization share cultural norms aligned with the corporate mission and vision. Waterfall processes are effective for lower risk product development efforts, emphasizing quality through exploitation of known technologies and markets. Staged and gated NPD processes are often found within formal cultures with hierarchical reporting structures and high degrees of documentation. Decisions are made by high-level gatekeepers, and team autonomy is limited to avoid unnecessary investment risks. Team guidelines. Even in a staged and gated process with frequent project handoffs among teams, we recommend that the project and product manager positions remain stable throughout the life of the project. Product managers are responsible for the profit and loss of a product line, category, or brand. Thus, the product manager has a vested interest in the NPD project and can offer a consistent vision regardless of the stage of the project. Likewise, keeping the same project manager throughout an NPD effort ensures consistency in decisions and enhances learning with more effective knowledge transfer among team members. Waterfall NPD implementation summary. Implementation of a staged and gated system for product development is recommended for companies engaged primarily in creating next generation new products or incremental innovations. Staged and gated processes are also the place to start if you are new to innovation. Customer risk is medium-high because while requirements are largely known, the NPD teams typically do not interact with end users. Financial risk and technical risk are both low in successful staged and gated implementations. Simple projects may require lower investment and expend known technologies. Finally, a moderate people risk with high turnover of team members and frequent handoffs leads to the suggested discipline of a waterfall process. You can get a copy of the Innovation Process book and follow along with the readings by scanning that QR code. The book is available on Kindle format and in paperback. I recommend the paperback because there are a lot of charts and graphs and tools, as you've seen. We also are starting a class August 12th, 2025, to cover 6 weeks of all 4 innovation processes covered in this book, especially focusing more intently on the hybrid processes that we'll cover in Part 3 and Part 4, Agile and Lean New Product Development. Again, Teresa Juergens, author of the Innovation Process book, and I'll see you next time when we cover Chapter 6.